everybody. I hope you are doing well. Please can you let me know in the chat if you can hear me. I hope you have had a great week. I thought I would start off by pulling a card for all of us from this beautiful deck. I got this deck for myself. My mum gave me some money for Christmas and I bought this deck with that money, and I bought it because of this card here. Hummingbirds have got a great significance in our family, often represents spirit of loved ones who have passed, and particularly my father. And this card just caught my eye when I was browsing through, and it's rainbow fluorite. That's a crystal, and it says you can create beyond all limits. And it just felt to me like this was my dad speaking directly to me. So I bought these shamanic crystal oracle, and I couldn't wait to start using it. So I usually open my decks in front of you all, but I couldn't wait, so here we go. I did pull some cards for myself before, but I'll pull some cards out of this deck for all of us before we start, just to get the energy going. Can you hear me? Let me see in the chat, make sure that you can hear me before I keep blabbing on. I've been talking. Oh dear. Alrighty, can you hear me now? I don't think you could hear me before, but let me know. As soon as I know that you can hear me, I'll keep going. Yay, thank you very much, Dave. You can hear me. Welcome. I was saying that this is the deck that I bought with the money that my mum gave me for Christmas, and it was because of this card. It's to do with a crystal called rainbow fluorite, so rainbow, that was for me. And then the hummingbird always reminds me of my father, who's passed away. And the comment on this card says, your mind can create beyond all limits. And so that's the deck. Usually when I get a new deck, I open it with all of you, and I do my first reading with it with all of you, but I couldn't wait, so I'm just going to pull a couple of cards for all of us, and then I'll go and have a look in the chat. Hello everybody, hello everybody. I'm going to have to make this an hour and a half today, because I have to work today as well. So if you have a question, ask it first. Ask it straight away. Ask one question only, please, because if you ask a second question, I'm going to have to ignore it. And if I skip you, then that is for a reason. Sometimes Spirit is drawing my attention to more urgent kind of questions. If you do get skipped, please come back next week and ask your question again. Okay, let's see what this deck has to say for us. Northern direction. Stop and listen to your inner voice. Oh, it's so cute. Southern direction. Have the courage to manifest your sunshine. Very nice. Moonshine. Sister Moon's magic and teachings are your allies. Moss agate. Small things become important. Ocean jasper. These all came out in a big rush. Go beyond your limits by tapping into your emotional strength. Tiger's eye. Tiger's eye is very meaningful to me in relation to my dad, because when I was little, we used to go down into the river and we used to pick up tiger's eye. Stand up for and pursue your choices with confidence and character. That is something that he would say. Now, just this honey, have the courage to manifest your sunshine. Yeah, be very careful not to get dragged down by somebody else's negativity or negative energy. It's really important. Okay, I'm going to go and have a look at the chat. Good morning, everybody who's here. I appreciate you and I love you. Let me see. M. Smith, hello, hello. Hope you are well and that your year is better than the last year. Oh, thank you so much. I've managed to get some help with dealing with disability issues in our family, but it's been a very tough week. Hey Rose Quartz, how are you? And Rose wants to know, can you ask my mum Dorothy if she has any messages for me? Dorothy, which one? Yeah. Queen of the Sun Oracle for Dorothy. Oh. Let's see. Thank you for always being here, Rose Quartz. Always good to see you. If you're new, welcome. Type your question in the chat. Type it once only and use as much information as you can. I find names are powerful, so if you give me a name of somebody, then that helps me hone in on the energy. Dorothy. Progression. Funny, this card was already turned over before I started using this deck, and I thought, oh well, that's from a previous reading, and so I turned it back over. But it came out again, so that obviously means something for you, Rose Quartz, for your reading. Progression. It's a very positive card, and look at these orbs, these angel orbs around you. I'm getting that this is your mum really proud of your progression, proud of the woman you have become, especially since she departed. Oh, rest. She is at rest and she is at peace. She feels no pain. She's just, yeah, she's absolute peace, no stress. Grace. Grace is all about love and being kind to yourself when you think you don't deserve it. So if there was anything left unsaid between the two of you, she pretty much wants you to have the grace to acknowledge that she's completely at peace, and if there was anything that was left unsaid, it's all forgiven. It's all forgiven, it's all forgotten, and the only thing that she has for you is love and actually admiration for how you're progressing in your life. Oh, welcome. You're welcome to talk to her anytime. She is with you and she hears you and she sees you. So don't hesitate to let her know that you're thinking of her. And when you talk to her, you can do it out loud, but you can also just do it in your mind, especially if there's other people around. You don't want to be going, hey mom, and then they think you're mad. Power. There's actually power in tapping into her energy, because there's not really much purer than a mother's love. And so when you tap into her and you ask her, gee mom, I'm not sure which route to travel today, or I'm not sure about this decision I need to make, please can you help me, just give me peace when I'm thinking about the correct decision, just guide me. And that power, her power, her soul power and her love, motherly love power will be with you always. Oh, cycles. She's sorry that it was time for her to go, and she wished she could have had more time with you, but it was just her time. Wow. Rose Quartz. Beautiful message. Hi, Silver Moon. Hi, Dave Murphy. Yeah, it's been a bit of a tough week. We've hardly had a second to breathe. But some good news is that I did have a job interview, and I always think it's positive, but I really think it was positive. Some of the things I was telling them that I had done in my own business, they were going, oh, that's a good idea, we should do that here. Oh, that's a good idea, we should do that here. So I should know by Monday or Tuesday, and I will keep you all posted, obviously. And they're just incredible people. There's no judgment, no micromanaging. They know that I know my stuff, and if I go on board, it'll be I will be able to be sort of the captain of my own ship. I'll be able to develop a team, create a team, decide which way the team's going to go. So yeah, but it's been very stressful as well, you know. And it was the first in-person interview I've done, because most of them you just do, you know, on Zoom or whatever. And I discovered that I didn't really have any work trousers that fit me anymore, because I've put on a bit of weight. So that was a bit embarrassing. But anyway, I managed to scrounge up something. Wasn't exactly appropriate, but we'll see. We'll see. Christine Milligan, hello. How are you again? Lovely to see you. Karen Coultas, good day everyone. So happy to make it to a live. Yes, hey Karen, how are you? Leslie Hogg, hello, hello. You made a live, Leslie. Patty, hello, hello. Patty says, I hope things are better with your mother-in-law. Not really, Patty, not really. She can have a conversation about, like, how are you? You know, how's work? That kind of thing, the conversation that you've had a million times before. But if she needs you to bring her something from home, she cannot articulate what it is that she wants to bring you. Wants you to bring her. So, like, I don't know if she wants a jacket or a jersey or a pair of shoes, or she cannot make herself understood. And so we've got a family meeting with the rehab hospital this week, and it's kind of going to be talking about the trajectory of her recovery. But I mean, she's not in any danger of passing away, but she is going to need, I believe she's going to need quite a high level of care. And yeah, I don't know how we're going to make that happen, because just financially, we're just having two disabled children has been an extreme financial burden on us, and we don't have money to put her in proper care unit. Anyway, I've got somebody helping me find out what kind of care options there are available. But yeah, at least she's out of danger. But it's very sad to see an independent person no longer even just able to say basic sentences, and I'm not sure that she's actually going to improve that much with her communication skills. So Patty, can you ask my Ella if she was happy for the 6 years she had with us, and tell her that we love her and miss her every day. She was our rescue cat, Ella the rescue cat. Sure, Patty, sure. Ooh, I'm just getting such a strong sensation of absolute love and bliss. Oh, Ella. Wow. Yeah. It's like her time with you was like, it was such a zen time. It was like being in the monastery where she could completely relax. The first time ever. I have absolute goosebumps. Oh, higher consciousness. She is always with you, and she always will be with you, and she is now your guide. And when you feel like your life is in chaos, just think of her. She will help you to reach that calm, still place inside. Wow, what a powerful soul. Excuse me. Wow, I've never had an animal come through so clearly and so determinedly. It's a determination, but it's a very quiet, calm, peaceful determination. Wow. Yeah, you were her heaven on earth. Is that what this card is saying? Oh, magic eggs. Beginning something is exciting. I don't know if you're thinking of getting a new cat, or if you've got a new cat. If you don't feel it's quite time, you won't be betraying her if you get another love. I don't have to know everything all the time, it says, painting with magic. When you're feeling unsure of yourself and doubtful, she's always still with you, and she'll be opening doors that might not otherwise open. And she wants you to know that she's always there rooting for you. This says bubble power. My wishes float easily out into the world. As you made her dreams come true, so she is now in spirit doing everything she can to make your dreams come true. You were her dream home, and now she is encouraging the humans around you to make your dreams come true. Of course, spirit animals and people in spirit and angels can't make people do things because we all have free will, but what they can do is they can soften people's hearts, put the right people in your path. Sometimes you get a meeting with somebody and you bump into them and it feels like it's accidental. No, Ella says, I'm with you every step of the way. Those are no accidents. Those happy coincidences. Ella's there just loving people into wanting to be with you and wanting to give you the best in life. Oh, Rose Quartz, thank you very much for your generous super chat. It's very, very kind. And it's my pleasure for doing the reading for you, always. And those of you who don't want to do super chats, maybe you want to do it more anonymously, if you click into my link tree, it's got all my links, including tip jar and... Oh, and I've now got an Amazon wish list up as well on that link tree. So let me go back to the right place. Karen Cultus, I'm flying again. I am flying again to stay with my mum who just had a minor stroke. Can you tell me anything about mum or my flights? Thanks. Oh, Karen, sorry to hear that. Always a worry when there's any illness in the family, but a stroke is something that I think we get a very, it's a kind of a terrifying word, and we think of it in, yeah, it gives us an energy of being very anxious. So the first thing to know is to let go of that energy of anxiety. Anytime we hold on to energy of anxiety, judgment, blaming people, absolute fear, stress, all of those things, and when we hold on to them, that brings our energy down, and that's when we can find life more difficult. And I'm not saying that's what you're doing, and obviously it is scary, and it's fine to admit it's scary, but you don't want to wallow in it. You don't want to be stuck in it. Truth. Okay, tell us more for Karen about her upcoming trip and her mother. Insights. Okay, something's going to be revealed. It might be that you come to know if she's going to be living with any limitations after the stroke. And then this one jumped out, reciprocity. I guess it's a time where you're going to be more in that caring role versus, you know, in your life, your mother's been your carer. Now it's time that you can show love by taking care of her. And I know with my mother-in-law, she's still in the rehab hospital. Even when we do little things for her, she's profoundly grateful because she can't do these things herself. So, okay, what about Karen's trip? Purification. Some kind of energy about, I don't know if there's any unfinished business between you, any stress or strain. Maybe it's not with your mother, maybe it's with somebody else, but I'm just getting the trip to see her is going to bring to light some truth, and you're going to get some insight, and this purification, something, and it might not be related to your mother, but the journey to go and see her is going to bring this, some kind of a healing within you. Healing, and it's kind of a spiritual insight, and it might be to do with you will return with new sort of focus, and you will realize that basically don't sweat the small stuff. Some of the things that used to stress you or aggravate you or annoy you, you now realize are just not worth troubling over. Patience. She's going to take patience. And she's going to need to be patient with herself. Stillness. Yeah, I'm getting very much this end of the cards is all about you. And it's almost like a journey of restoring your soul is coming through. It's very strange. It's not what I expected at all. It's like a pilgrimage almost. I'll just pull one of these. Southern direction. Have the courage to manifest your sunshine. And so that's when things are difficult, when things are hard. You can't blame anybody else. You can't blame doctors. You can't blame maybe your mother's lifestyle. You can't blame anything else. It's up to you to purify what you are feeling in your heart. And anything that you're feeling that is a blockage or a grudge or a difficulty or a stress, feel it, acknowledge it, and say, I'm not going to be stuck in that energy. Because the minute you become stuck, then it makes everything else more difficult to focus on. So it's okay to be happy, even though your mum's had a stroke and even though there are difficult things to arrange around that. So, and I'm getting very much strongly with this card, is enjoy your trip. Enjoy the actual travel and enjoy the time with your mum. And it's, even though you're going there for a sort of solemn reason, it's absolutely fine and in fact preferable for you to see it as like this is a holiday and be excited. Get that energy around you of, oh, this is going to be another chance to reconnect with my mother. I hope that all makes sense, Karen. So, and use your time maybe on the plane to do some meditation, prayer, listen to some meditation videos, whatever it is. Alrighty. Dave Murphy, I was wondering if you could tell me if my chat with Ava worked. I found out that she clicked her birthday was the anniversary of Rebecca's passing. She thought part of me must blame the twins. Oh, Dave. Oh, Dave. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's enough of a burden for you to carry without then having to worry about them carrying that burden. Oh, and I'm just feeling Rebecca coming in very strongly. I'm just getting the goosebumps of love. Let's see what the cards say. Protection. So, Rebecca's biggest desire is to protect the kids. And you've protected them from this knowledge because you didn't want them to be burdened with it. And I'm getting that she was there, Rebecca, obviously. She's always with you, but she was especially strong with you during that conversation with Ava. Let me just get a bit more action. I'm getting that it's something that Ava will need to come to terms with, and she will need to work through. Obviously, she has a desire to know her mother, but I'm getting that she's a very strong-willed girl, and she's going to take after Rebecca a lot. And she's going to contemplate what you've told her, but she's also going to move into action, not about what you told her, but about, you know, sometimes when you are active in your life, then you don't dwell on something that could hurt you. But it is definitely something that is affecting her, but Rebecca is there always with her, guiding her to put the best complexion on things. So there's kind of two issues I get that Rebecca's worried about. The one issue is that genuinely that you might blame the twins, which would be a natural human reaction. Some tiny little part of you, most people would, but she knows that you don't. She knows that you don't, and she knows that, I mean, it is something that you obviously had to grapple with, especially in the early days. And just as you had to grapple with that, Ava is going to, it is something she's grappling with. Possibility. Ava's possibly blaming herself. That's more what I mean to say. Not that Rebecca thought you would blame the twins. That was the incorrect message. It was Ava possibly blaming herself. So there's a question in Ava's mind. Do you blame them? And then does Ava blame herself and her brother, maybe? So these possibilities are swirling around in Ava's mind. It's just part of, unfortunately, it's part of the circumstances. And she is loved and protected. And you see this little cocoon here and these angel orbs, spirit orbs. She's going to mull over all of the possibilities, and she's a very bright young girl, and she will realize that she has her mother's protection, and she will need to go through, she will need to assimilate, she will need to work through. Man, I'm busy talking, and Rebecca sends this one out. Okay. Let me jump to this card first. Rebecca wants me to know this one first, to read this one first. I'll come back to Reformation. She is always going to be walking alongside all of you, but particularly Ava. And Ava is her little princess. And Ava will go through this transformation, this inner maturing, I suppose. And when she comes out the other side, this is what Ava's going to know. 100%. Her mother loves her without reservation. 100%. Her father loves her without reservation. And nobody blames anybody. Because there is no blame. There's only pure love. Rest. She's going to know that her mother is at peace and at rest. And she may not, I don't know if she may need to get some help, some counseling. I don't know if her school has a counselor, just somebody else that she can talk to, maybe a woman, if she's got like an aunt figure, that kind of thing. Boundaries. This is not something that you can fix for either of your children. It's a reality of a very sad situation. And yeah. So your talk with her was productive, but she may need to, it's not a one and done deal. It will come up again and again at different times, just as any of us who've lost a parent. I mean, my dad passed away 20 years ago when I was in my early 30s. And anytime we have a celebration or whatever, I'm thinking, oh, wish my dad was here. So for Ava, it's going to come up again and again, and obviously have that added sadness that her mother's passing was on her birthday. But she will learn to set boundaries within herself, and she'll learn not to wallow in that. Yeah, and I'm not getting the impression from any of these cards that Ava thinks you blame her. But it would be sensible, and especially as she matures into teenagehood and young adulthood, just to have someone that she can talk to. And there's Rebecca. The angelic realm. She's watching over her and protecting her. And what I'm getting from this, Dave, is that Rebecca actually opens Ava's heart when you talk to Ava. So it's not just you talking with Ava. It's Rebecca right there doing a sort of a heart-to-heart, soul-to-soul communication. With that power of the mother's love. Oh yes, I'm getting confirmation, goosebumps with that. The power of the mother's love. So your conversation with her now has helped Ava a lot, but it's something that it may be ongoing, and that's just how, I mean, it's a traumatic thing, and that's just how trauma is. Transformation. Transformation. Ava will ultimately live her life in a way that would not only make you best proud, but that would make her mother best proud. She will use the pain of it. It will be transformed in her leadership. I'm getting that she's going to be a very strong woman. She's going to be a very strong woman, and she's going to help others. She's going to help others. Okay. Let me see. Rebecca's always very chatty, so let me take a breath. What else? I'll read a couple more, and then I'll see if I can tap in a bit more into Ava's spirit. And for those of you who've heard me say before, I don't ever tap into somebody's spirit without their permission. I can do that in this situation because it's Dave's daughter, and she's a young girl, and Dave only has the purest of motivations. He wants to make sure that she is well. And so in that situation, it is not unethical for me to tap in. Wow. Hematite. Let your blood be renewed to bestow new strength. Ooh. There's a very strong bloodline happening there. Sunstone. There's a very much a Rebecca energy there. Rest and remember to regain the balance of your inner sun. Yeah, I'm getting there from a Rebecca is you've done for the moment what you can do, and this might be an ongoing conversation, and it's very important to let Ava know that your door is always open to her if she wants to discuss this any further. Anything she wants to discuss about her mother, any issues, concerns, anything she wants to know, because sometimes kids will not talk about the deceased parent because they don't want to hurt the parent who's still living. And just let Ava know, actually say the words, nothing is off limits when we discuss your mum. So if there's anything you want to know, anything you want to know about how I feel, anything, just so that she knows that you would never judge any questions she gives you, and she would, she truly can trust you when she asks about this. But I do get that she may benefit at some stage. Both of your children might benefit at some stage from professional counselling, and that might be a counsellor at school, it might be something else. Yeah, I was having dinner with my family last night, and an issue came up, and my husband and I sort of took one view, and my son took a different view, my son who's 21. And my son actually made a lot more sense than my husband and I over that particular issue. And it just clicked in my mind. I said to him, James, you're able to handle that situation with such grace and a mature understanding. And I think it's because of the counselling. He's had counselling over the years because he's got autism. I think it's because of the counselling that you had that's given you some insight that even us parents didn't have. So don't shy away from counselling, but don't push it either. And maybe the point is just to say to Ava, if you ever want to talk to anybody else about this, sometimes it does help people, let me know. And then maybe designate somebody in the family, a female role model, like an aunt or something for Ava, that person can have girl time, and just let that person know that these issues are coming up for Ava, and ask that person to raise your wife in the conversation, and basically open the door. Let Ava know that this other person is also a trusted person that she can talk to anytime about anything. Now these are the children cards, so I'm going to see moon wishes. The moon shows me patience. Yeah, of course she wishes more than anything that her mother was here, and so does your son. They both wish more than anything that their mother was here, and it's just a normal human instinct. And there's more wishes. I look forward to new challenges. So although they wish that their mother was here, and look at that light coming down. Oh, that light, that's Rebecca. Rebecca supporting them and helping them when they have new challenges. So this is not going to be something that's going to hold them back. It's going to actually strengthen their souls. And look at that. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. I am made of the stuff of stars. I matter. Both of your children know how much they matter, how much they are loved. Yes, there is a gap in their life. They miss their mothers. They miss their mother. But they also know that their mother is always with them. Even if they don't quite understand about spirituality or anything. Wow. What was the question? She thought part of me must blame the twins. Yeah. Your kids are going to be absolutely fine, Dave. They are going to absolutely shine. And the fact that you even ask the question shows what a good and pure heart you have, and shows what an incredible father you are. And you're doing the right thing in the right way at the right time. And Rebecca's very proud of you. And the way that you are raising those kids is going to enable them to look forward to new challenges and to know to the very core of their being that they matter. So she might have some thoughts or doubts, but ultimately those are just minor, you know, how a thought crosses your mind and then it moves out. That's, yeah. If she doesn't know already that you don't blame her, she will at some stage. Oh, and at the bottom of my deck was family. This is family. Oh. So I hope I answered the question, Dave. Did the chat work? So in answer to the question of did the chat work, the answer is that it's not a one-time conversation. It's not a one-time conversation. And both your kids they're going to have to work out who they are in the world, and who we are in the world is often defined by our parents, and our situation around our parents. So you did what you could. Just keep the lines of communication open and make sure she has other people other than you to talk to, if that helps. Alrighty, let me just see if Rebecca has any. Rebecca is very chatty. I've chatted with her many times, and I often think I'm done, and then she comes back with something else. So, okay. She wants magical times. She wants me to read one of these. Action. There was that action card that came out before in this deck. That one. Action. Stop hesitating. Movement creates magic. Nothing can hold you back. I'm getting, this is very much a message for you, Dave, but it's also a message for Ava. And the stop hesitating is you don't have to pussyfoot around the reality of what happened. Trust your daughter to be able to handle it, and I know it's hurtful, but also trust yourself that you are a fantastic parent. And look, you're going to make mistakes, we all do, but your actions speak louder than words, and your actions will show your love. There's no way she can doubt your love for her. There's no way she can think that you're sitting there blaming her, because your actions will show complete and utter love. Wow. Alrighty, and thank you very much, Jennifer Anchor, for the lovely super chat. The way that it works, if somebody does a super chat, I jump forward to that question, and then I come back to the rest. So Okay, so I'm going to do Jennifer Banker, and I see I missed Leslie Hogg. Sorry, Leslie. Jennifer Banker, thank you so much for your super chat. And as a special thank you for the super chat, I always just do those who've done super chats. I read them first. Jennifer Banker says, was my spine injury caused by the rowing machine? After 2 back surgeries, what is left to repair in order to walk distances? Okay, Jennifer, I might not get a specific answer, and I always say, please don't rely on me for medical advice. You need to be taking advice from medical professionals. Okay, but let's see what the cards have to say to you. Illumination. Something will come to light. Something will come to light. If there is something further to be done, you can trust your doctors to find it. Okay, don't be afraid of getting a second opinion, though. See, there's 2 horses there. Illumination. Illumination. Let's see. Ideas. Ideas. It's very important to trust your own instincts when it comes to health. What is your feeling about whether the rowing machine caused that injury or not? Sit with it, and does it ring true to you? And then the other question becomes, does it matter? Does it matter if you know what caused it? Perhaps the goal now is to be moving forward and seeing how you can recover, rather than being stuck in the past and concerned about what might have caused it. If there's a reason you need to know that will help you and uplift you and cause you to be more energized, then it's worth looking at. The more important thing to focus on is the future. Synergy. I'm getting that there's going to be somebody in your life that can really help you. And I'm not sure if this is going on to like Facebook support groups for that type of back injury. I'm getting very much that something that was hidden is going to come to light. So if there is anything further that can be done, it will come to light. And it might be a case of more alternative therapies like physiotherapy, occupational therapy, acupuncture, those kind of things, even Reiki healing. Anybody who've got any chronic pains, or any pains actually, there are many Reiki healing videos online. I'll try and remember to find the lady that I like to listen to. All of that, each small thing that you can do will help you. And this boundaries. It's very important to set boundaries. And this boundaries I'm getting more is to do with emotional energy. So people who tear you down, people who make you feel bad about yourself, people who judge you, people who maybe disbelieve that your injury is as bad as it is, whatever it is, you need to protect yourself by shining your light brighter. Sometimes people say to me, oh, how can I protect myself from spiritual enemies, spiritual warfare? And I'm not saying that's what's going on with you, but sometimes people ask me that, and people focus so much on, protection spells and protection prayers and the full armor of God, and that's great if that works for you. But if you have to keep asking for protection every single day, or feel that you need to, if your focus is so much on the protection prayers, you're missing the point. The point is you need to turn up your own light to shine brighter, and to not bear grudges, to not wallow in disappointment. So for you, the boundaries might be that you need to say to yourself, if you do blame yourself, I don't know if you do, or if you blame that rowing machine, you need to now put a boundary around that and say, listen, okay, it's bad that it happened. I blame the rowing machine, or I blame my poor technique, or I blame whoever gave me the rowing machine, whatever it is. That ends today. I acknowledge that made me mad, it made me sad. But you know what? Moving forward, I'm not going to be looking backwards. I don't care what happened or how it happened. My focus now is going to be moving forward. And that's very important for you. You need to set those mental boundaries and be open to looking for anything that can help you. The truth. The truth. So it's the truth about what you can do to help yourself and what medical staff can do to help you is more important than the origin of it. If that makes sense, Jennifer. I'm sorry to hear that you've got this injury. Trust. You need to trust yourself and trust. I say trust medical professionals, but trust yourself. This is the idea card. About repairing the damage. It might be about strengthening your muscles, doing other things that can help you. I'm just trying. Okay, let's see what else the cards have to say. Jennifer. Growth. It's a very positive future card, that. Let's see. There comes a time when even the medical professionals can't do much more, and we have to just retrain our bodies in certain ways. And sometimes our bodies no longer function the way they used to. But trust your instinct. See, trust your instinct. Rebirth, let go of the ties that bind. And that's very much that that boundaries energy. If there's something that is causing you to feel super anxious, super upset about the situation, something that you feel like you need to blame someone or something, it's very important to let that energy go, because healing always happens better and faster if you're not held back by that kind of energy. I'm just getting the energy of blame. I don't think, like, you want to know, was it the rowing machine? You know, and sometimes it's more than one thing. More than one thing can be true at the same time. Could have been the rowing machine, could have been something else, could have been a combination, but it doesn't really matter. It's time to let go. Peace. Open your heart. Open your heart to peace. So I'm getting that you will improve, Jennifer. I'm getting that your condition will improve significantly. But a lot of the healing is not just physical healing. Protection. You are protected. You need to protect your emotions and your spirit. Creativity. It's important also to spend some time doing creative things, because that helps the mind relax, and when the mind relaxes, the body relaxes, and when the body relaxes, healing can happen much more completely. And I'm getting this at the very bottom of the deck. Patience. It may take a little while, but you've got protection. Try and find a place of inner peace, and more healing will come. And I don't know if the healing means more surgeries. Not necessarily more surgeries. It might be other types of treatment. So Jennifer, I'm sorry to hear that you have a back injury. That is, I know we have several in the community here that have back injuries, and it's very, very difficult. My mum has sciatica, which sometimes she can't even walk because of the pain. So yeah, sore backs can be debilitating. Thank you so much, Jennifer, for asking your question. I'm just trying to remember to write down who I read for, because otherwise I forget. Okay. What is the weather like where everybody is? Brisbane in Queensland, Australia is stinking hot. We've had lots and lots of rain and it's humid and stinking hot. So, all right, Leslie Hogg. Will my 4-year-old grandson do well this year? Let's see. And again, I can read into the grandson's energy without his physical permission or his actual permission, because Leslie has a right to be interested in Troy, grandson Troy, thank you for his name, and her intentions are completely pure. She's not asking for her own sake, she's asking because she wants to know for the person that she deeply cares about and loves, and it's a pure love of a grandmother. Troy, he's going to test your patience this year. He's going to be naughty. He's going to get up to naughtiness. He's going to have, and his abundance. I'm just getting here, Troy's abundant energy. He's going to be a handful. Power. And it's a dinosaur card. I don't know if he likes dinosaurs. But he's learning about his own power to control his environment. And that comes with experimentation. And it comes with the opportunity to get things wrong and to make mistakes. And so it's going to be important for you to be patient and let him make mistakes. Obviously not anything terrible, but kids learn most and they step into their power most where they can make their own choices and their own mistakes. So you know, give them a choice, like, do you want to wear the red shirt or the blue shirt? They've got a choice. So that gives them more power over their environment. But the choice is the red shirt or the blue shirt. They don't get to choose whether or not they wear clothes, you know, when you're going out. Wishing boat. I look forward to new challenges. Oh, dear. And there's the family. There's the family. Everything is going... I'm just getting such an energy of fun, mischievousness, him wanting to stretch his wings a little bit this year. But look at that. The family magic is that he knows he's secure within the family. Let's pull another couple. Yeah. I am free to make my own wishes come true. And so, again, this is very much this power card. This is the year that you can best guide his development by giving him opportunities where he can be controlling his own environment or controlling the kind of outcome. So, just trying to think of what 4-year-olds can do. Give him responsibilities so that he can have a chance to succeed. That's you know, just small kid responsibilities. Not anything that's going to be overly overwhelming, but he's going to grow and grow and grow in his power and his confidence when you give him opportunities to succeed and opportunities to make choices, and when he makes mistakes, just to be the soft place to fall. Yeah, I'm getting he's going to have a fantastic year. He's going to have it. I'm just getting exuberance with this card here. Exuberance. Yeah. So if there's anything that you're particularly concerned about him with, maybe come back on another day and ask that. But I'm just getting all positive energy around him. Okay. Wow. Now drop some cards. Hang on. Got to get them. Okay, let me come back. Okay, Holly Atkinson. So sorry. Holly says, hello. Hi, Holly. I just lost a dear friend of mine. His name was Ron. Wondering if he wanted to tell me anything. He will be greatly missed. As I turned the deck over, I had this card that says courage. He wants you to have courage. Okay, sometimes people who have just passed over don't come through as strongly because they're still getting used to being on the other side. But if I'm not reading, if I don't get a reading from him, there will be loved ones with him, and those loved ones might come through or help him to come through. So, and some people ask, oh, aren't you disturbing the dead? No, I'm not disturbing the dead. They don't have to talk to me if they don't want to, but they are queuing up to talk to us, because just as much as we miss them, they miss the type of communication that we have here on this earth. Oh, I'm just getting very strong feeling here, Holly. Very strong sensation of a presence. Possibly it is Ron. Let's see. Let's keep reading. Is he the kind of person who would encourage you? Let's see. Transformation. I'm getting this is Ron. He's saying, take courage. I have transformed. I have transformed, and now I am pure life force energy. Wow. Communication and stillness. You don't have to stop talking to him, and you might receive messages from him in your still quiet moments. It's important to slow down your pace, be balanced, but he will be with you, and he will send communications through to you, and this is the start of those communications. And so it might be that he had a favorite drink or a favorite animal or a favorite something, and you will start seeing that, something that reminds you of him. You will start seeing that moving forward, and that will just be him saying, and this is his message, I'm at peace, all is well with my soul, don't worry about me, I am well, and I love you always. Also, set boundaries, and this is for anybody who's got loved ones across the soul, across the veil. Do not be going to psychics or mediums who charge you tons and tons of money and who keep telling you that you have to come back. Don't ever go to a medium or a psychic that tells you you have some kind of a curse or a block, and only they can lift this curse or block, and you've got to come back and you've got to pay them more and more and more money. No, it's fine to go to a psychic or a medium, and I am a psychic medium, so both, and you all come here for readings. I'm offering this for free, and some people come and they do a reading with me, they do a paid reading. I will not accept anybody coming to me more than two, maybe 3 at the most times in a year for a reading, because you have to have boundaries, and you cannot be dependent on the readings that other people bring you. And so he's just saying, in those still quiet moments, know that he is with you. He is pure life force energy, and love will always be around you. And he's gone on a new adventure, and look, he's completely healed. He's completely healed, and he'll be with you, and he wishes only abundance for you. And where he is now, there's an abundance of love, more than you could ever have imagined, and he's transcended any pain or fear or stress. And now he gets a chance to play. And it's important for you to keep grounded. And remember that boundary card? Yes, mourn him. Yes, grieve him. That's a normal part, but don't get stuck in that. And when you return to your playfulness, that's when you honor him the most. So don't let his passing block your exuberance for life. When you enjoy life and you feel playful, and this will happen once you move through the grief, you are not betraying him in any way. So acknowledge the grief, sit with the grief, know that he's with you, know that he's absolutely at peace, and he always will be with you and with the other loved ones. And when the time is right, don't feel bad when you start to feel that exuberance again, because he's right there with you. He's right there with you in spirit. He's right there with you being playful. But he knows you're not quite ready for that yet. Wow. Holly Atkinson, what a fantastic soul. Thank you for the honor of reading for you there, about Ron. Oh, if I've read for you, please can you let me know in the chat if anything I've said has helped you, has resonated with you, if what I've said about a person sounds like that person. Let me know, because that really helps me. Now, Silver Moon Tea Room, how are my dogs? Do they have anything they want me to know? Now, this, I normally, when I have decks around me, I have tons of decks around me, I normally have them upside down, but for some reason, this deck was the right way up. And so I caught, and it's been there the whole time, but just now it caught my eye, and often that means now is the time that this message wants to be brought through. So for Silver Moon, message from your dogs: find your heart's rhythm, step lightly and swing with the melody, close your eyes and let joy lead the way. And so if you're able to see the joy in something, or not necessarily even the joy, if you're not in that place, just something that is positive, seeing the good in people, seeing the good in the situation, not focusing on negativity, not focusing on anything that makes you feel less than good, because I'm getting the impression that if your dogs were here, they would be around with you and yapping and creating a bit of momentum and movement around you. And it's interesting, this word dance, because when I call in my spirit guides, I do my prayer, I do my meditation, I ask them, I tell them, set my intention for the session. I always do this before every reading I do for you guys. And then when I invite my spirit guides in, I say, let's dance. And yesterday on the radio, I heard, oh, it was Spotify, I heard a song that says, I hope you'll dance. And so I'm getting that was definitely a message for me, but I think I'm getting from your pets that it's a message for you as well, Silver Moon. So I will try and remember to link that below. Let me write that down. I'll do a pinned comment. I'm just getting that yesterday when I heard it, the message really was meaningful to me, but I'm getting that is also going to be meaningful to you. I mean, you can Google it as well, of course. Playfulness. Your dogs, they would be here, they would be playing, they might be causing a little bit of trouble, but they want you to look at life with the eyes of playfulness, if you can. Higher consciousness. Always trust higher consciousness. God, spirit, love, the universe has your best interests at heart, and focus on positive. Very important not to be caught up in judgment, pain, heartache. You can choose to move forward from things that upset you, and know that, you know, people genuinely want the best for you. Most people want the best for you. And if you live with that in mind, the darkness can fall away. The dark cannot flourish where there is light. Transcending. Yeah. And abundance. There's a challenge that you're facing, that they know that you are more than capable of moving beyond, and beyond that challenge, they're letting me know that there's abundance for you. Now, abundance doesn't only mean financial. It does mean financial. So an easing of any financial pressures or that kind of thing, if there are any. I mean, we can all do with a bit more financial abundance, can't we? But also more so the abundance card, it's an increase in wealth, but it's also an increase in, I don't know, love. It's an increase in seeing the world as a bright place. It's an increase in people around you that support you. It's an increase in all the good things in life, everything that you enjoy about life. That's what abundance is. So it can be wealth, and it includes wealth, but it's so much more than just wealth. And then in this other new deck that I've got, the crystals deck, this red jasper came out. Fulfill and create beyond your fear of failure. So don't let your fear of what might happen hold you back. Rather, remember that not only your pets, but spirits of departed loved ones who love you dearly are always with you, and they will help you if you look forward to creating the life that you want. I hope all of that makes sense there, Silver Moon. Let me see. So remember, playfulness. If you can try and find something to feel playful about sometime in your day, like 3 or 4 times in your day, just go, I don't know if it's watching a funny cat video, if it's whatever it is, just doing a drawing, it's just some kind of playful, childlike energy. It'll lift your entire energy, and that will be the greatest energy protection you could ever create, is what I'm getting. Okay, now, rose quartz, where are you? This is on the bottom of my deck. Everything can blossom in love. Rose quartz, I hope you're still here, honey. Everything can blossom in love. Okay, so thank you for your question, Silver Moon. Rose quartz, just an extra little thing for you there. Barbara Grace, hi from freezing UK. Oh dear. Dave Murphy, fingers crossed you get the job. Thank you so much, Dave. I really appreciate your kind thoughts and positive energy. TC says, anyone should be grateful to get you, in my humble opinion. Oh, thank you so much, TC. Yeah, it really depends on people and their attitudes, because I've cultivated in my life, well, in my life, I always think the best of people. And yes, sometimes I'm disappointed, but, you know, that's just how I am. And it surprises me sometimes when people choose to rather believe the worst of me. And that just, yeah, I had a bit of a difficult time with somebody who is a very good friend of mine, and they really chose to believe the worst of me and completely misconstrued what had happened, blamed me, insulted me, judged me, and continued to do so, not actually looking at what happened objectively. And you know, when people judge you, all you can do is just say, look, that's on them, that's not on me, my conscience is clear. So yes, sometimes people don't see the best in you, and that's a tricky thing. But the employment agent, he was amazing, and I just said to him, listen, I've been for 6 interviews in the past 3 years. Every time I leave thinking I've done so well, and then you know what happens? I don't get the job. And so I just said to the employment agent, I said to him, listen, I've got autism, and I don't know if there's something in the interview that I'm doing or not doing because of my autism, where I'm not picking up on the social cues. So he was amazing. It was 7:30 at night, the night before the interview. He was at home. He was looking after his 3-year-old son, and he was on the phone to me, kind of coaching me through some of the things that I might misconstrue or whatever. And he said to me, in this interview, your job is not to sell yourself. He said, I've already done that. That's why they've asked to see you. He said, this is more to see if the personalities fit, and these are the kinds of things that they might ask you. And this is actually, when they ask you that question, this is actually the information they're looking for. And so, you know, if they ask you, tell me about a time you made a mistake in your job, they don't care about the mistake. They want to know that you learned and grew from it. So all these kind of the question behind the question. Yeah, he was incredible. So I do feel that I was able to at least let them see me and who I am. And if they choose not to take me on, then something better is out there. And I just trust Spirit on that. But at least, and I feel I was very guided in that interview. I feel that with the employment agent's help and with Spirit's help, I was able to, for the first time ever, really show my true self in an interview. And it's very hard. I mean, it's hard for anybody to do an interview, but if you've got autism, you're going into a new place with new people, you don't know what to expect. You know, we like to have very rigid boundaries. Yeah, so very much out of my comfort zone. But yeah, I feel that I did my very best, and if it doesn't work, then it's because something else is meant to be. So, but thank you. I really appreciate your kind wishes, everybody. Leslie, good luck with the job. Thank you. The Breath, good morning. Patty. Oh, Patty says thank you. She was an amazing soul. That's my absolute pleasure, Patty. Lucy Nagra. Will my son and his wife finally be successful in buying a house? Let's see. Let's see. Lucy Nagra. House purchase for Lucy's son. Create beyond your fear of failure. So whatever it is that they are concerned about that might be holding them back, they need to have a different mindset, and then that will open the door for them. So for example, with me with this job, previously I've gone in with the mindset of nobody's going to want me because I've been self-employed for 20 years, and because I haven't been in employment for 20 years, they might be worried about what kind of an employee I would make. This time I went in, because the position is about creating a new department, I went in with the idea of, I've run my own business successfully for 20 years, and this is going to be a great asset to creating and running that department. And yes, they would be lucky to have those 20 years of experience, not only with creating and running my own business, but also with the legal skills that I bring. So if there's something there where they think, oh, maybe it's out of my price range, or no houses are ever available in our area, those kind of things can really hold you back. So it's very important, not only for them, but for you as well. If anybody in the family is speaking negatively over their search for a house, it's very important to change the actual words that are being said. So if anybody says, oh, the market is so tight right now, just say to them, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the market is. I believe that the right thing will come up at the right time. Power. There is power in words. And when people insist on holding on to negative words, that is when their power diminishes. So like with me, with this interview, I felt so much more powerful because I completely changed my mindset. And it was weird because when I went into the interview, I thought, yes, they would be lucky to have me. And if they don't take me, that's their problem. It's not my problem. And it just means that somebody who really will see my true nature will offer me a position, because I don't want to be in a place where people don't see, you know, the best in me or whatever it is. So there's power in words. And if they are saying, or you are saying, or anybody in the family is saying that, have a conversation with them and say, let's just play a little game. Let's play a game. Wouldn't it be amazing if they could find the right house at the right time at the right price? And in fact, I did this, wouldn't it be amazing? I learned that from Suzanne Giesman, who's a spiritual teacher. Wouldn't it be amazing if I found the perfect job for me? And in fact, the job interview I went for, I could not have created a better job for me. I mean, previous interviews I've been for, I was interested in the jobs and I would have been happy to have them. But this job is beyond my wildest imaginations if I get it. So, and even just to be interviewed for it was scary but uplifting. So the point is, perhaps you start talking in a different way, and then they will start talking in a different way too. Wouldn't it be amazing if you could find the right house at the right price in the right place? Vistas. So I'm not sure how quickly this is coming. So I'm getting a lot of this is we all control our own energy and the energy that we attract to us and the energy around us more than we might know. Higher consciousness. Trust. Trust and pray. But also they need to think carefully about where they're going and what they want. New deck. Watch deck. I hope you're finding this helpful. Just being called to find a new deck for you there, Lucy. Eagle. You will soar to your destiny with greater clarity and strength. Moon. Pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently. I'm getting that they might find the right place, and it might come from an unexpected source. It might come from letting people know that they're looking for a house. So it might be your daughter-in-law is sitting at the hairdresser and mentions to the hairdresser that she's looking for a house, and then a lady next to her is getting her hair done, and then she goes, oh, my son is selling a house, that kind of a thing. So I'm getting very much success, but they need to be open to opportunities that might come from an unusual place, and there's power in words. They need to speak into power. And even if you can't get them, positive things, you can say, and say every day, wouldn't it be amazing if they got the perfect house at the perfect time in the perfect place? Wouldn't it be amazing if? So that's my recommendation. And then just sort of hold the idea lightly. Just go, well, it's I'm going to treat this as a bit of a game. I'm going to have fun with it. I'm going to enjoy the process, exciting process of house hunting, and not be too down in the energy if a particular house doesn't work out. And I know it's difficult. Anyway, so I'm getting great success, Lucy Nagra, but first, attitudes and hearts and minds do need to become more positive. And even if you don't say, for me, affirmations are not that helpful. Like, for example, I have the best job in the world and I'm so happy with my new job. That doesn't work for me because my brain knows that I don't actually have a job yet. So, but wouldn't it be amazing if I found the most perfect job for me? Now that is something that I can get excited about and my whole energy changes. So I don't recommend the affirmation of, my son has the perfect house in the perfect place at the perfect cost. I prefer the energy of, wouldn't it be amazing if they could find the perfect place? I hope that helps you there, Lucy. Oh, doo-doo. How are you? Jennifer Banker, thank you. Wishing me good luck for Monday or Tuesday. The Braff, my daughter recently got married. She paid a special tribute to her maternal grandparents in her dress, and a special tribute to all grandparents, all deceased, of the bride and groom. Did they know? Let's ask them, the Braff. I know intuitively what the answer is, but we're going to ask the cards, because you're not here for my opinion. You're here for the cards. Life force energy. They are life force energy, and they know the truth. And they know deliberation how much thought and effort went into that dress. And they see her, oh, I'm getting such a strong sensation of love. They see her as a woman of power and strength, a woman who can acknowledge her ancestors, who can acknowledge those who came before and build on what they created. Those who, yeah, trust. Their message to her is that not only did they know it, but it made them feel so amazing and so loved, and they just want her to know that in times ahead they will also be her strength, and she can always trust and rely on them to be there when she needs them. Now let's see this. Yeah, not only did they know, but they were so honored. Ocean jasper is the crystal here. Go beyond your limits by tapping into your emotional strength. You've got strength and strength. Whenever a message repeats, it's a very important message. They couldn't be prouder of her and her strength, and part of her strength is from her knowing that she's not in this life alone. Not only does she rely on and love and work together with family who are living, she sends love to family who are no longer here in body, and that is part of her strength and her power, and she's unstoppable. And they are so proud and what is the word? Proud and honored. This lady here, honored that she chose to showcase them, and the fact that she is so open to acknowledging them, that is part of her strength, and that will only help her grow from strength to strength. So, and I'm also getting from this one, they want to say thank you that you trusted us enough to have us to be part of your wedding dress. It's kind of, it was an honor and a tribute to them, and it showed how much she trusts their energy and their power in everybody's lives, and she can always trust them when she needs any help or advice or anything. Wow. And they said it was an incredible day. Wow. So, congratulations to your daughter for her wedding. Irene Del Rio. Hello. How are you, Irene? Irene. I'm praying that you do get the job that you recently interviewed for. Oh, thank you so much, Irene. Are there any messages for my daughter from any family members who are departed? Let's see, Irene. For Irene's daughter. Mountain. Know that you are protected as you face challenges, but remain cautious. Not sure what challenges she's facing, but there you go. The dearly departed want her to know that she is protected. Always a nice message to get. And what else? Vistas. There are many adventures in her future. And look at that. There's the mountains and the mountains. And sometimes people see a mountain as just an obstacle. But I'm getting that your daughter will face any challenges or obstacles in her life, and they will make her stronger. And look at all these stars here. They will always be with her to protect her and love her and guide her. And look at this, the stag, the spiritual stag. She's in for adventures. Oh, she needs to learn to be a little flexible. She mustn't be so rigid. Deliberation. Sometimes there are times when she needs to be cautious, but expect miracles. Wow. And reflection. When things go well and things flow and there's synergy, and acknowledge and see the miracles in even just the smallest things. So today I was walking in the garden and I saw some flowers and I picked it, and the flower was so beautiful. It's an absolute miracle. So she will have miracles in her life, big ones and small ones. But it's always important to acknowledge and reflect. And yeah, and look, there's the mountain again. There's the mountain again. There's something about mountains. And it might actually just be physical mountains that she likes, mountaineering or hiking, or it might be challenges. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is, this reflection card. It is important to focus on how far she's come. She overcomes a thing, and then she overcomes the next thing, and she overcomes the next thing, and she's so caught up in the day-to-day that she doesn't actually realize what an incredible person she is. And it'll be important for her just to reflect back on challenges that she's overcome, because that will help her overcome future challenges. So, wow, that was a very interesting read. Irene, thank you so much for your question. Okay, I am going to be winding up quite soon. If I don't get to you, I am sorry. I will need to invite you to come back next week. Dudu says your links aren't working. Can't open or copy any of them. Is that in the description? Thank you, Dudu, for your comment and your super chat. Really appreciate it. I will fix the link. I'll have to do it after the live, I think. Oh, I don't have it. I don't have the link in the description. I'm not sure which link you're talking about, Dudu. If you go to my channel, if you just click on my name, Rainbow Pyramid, and then underneath my name, there'll be a thing that says Linktree. You click on Linktree, it takes you to all my links. Yeah, so just click on my name. So Dudu, maybe you can let me know which links you are seeing that aren't working. But anybody who wants to go to any of my links, just click on my name of my channel, and then underneath that there will be, the first link is the Linktree link. And then when you click into there, all my other links are there. So there we go. Alrighty. Barbara Grace, when will I see my inheritance, please? It's been 7 years now. Barbara, unfortunately, one of the things that I do not have a very great gift in is timing. Timing is not something that is my gift. So I'll pull some cards for you, but timing is just not one of those things that I'm gifted at. Activation. This talks about fire. Might be time to light a fire underneath somebody. Make sure that your lawyer is moving in the right direction. Truth. The truth will come out. Purification. There seems to be that there might be some kind of a blockage. Something that's happened that's caused an issue. Let me see if the cards will tell me anything more about that. I'm not sure. My gift is very much more reading people's energies, departed loved ones. But let me see. Illumination. The truth will come out. Illumination. Ideas. You might get some new ideas on how to move things forward. This says will. So it means strong-willed person, but it also means, the will, like the will where you get left money. Something will break wide open in relation to the will. So I can't give you a timing, but I'm getting very much that you need to drive the next part of what's happening. You need to step forward in your power, and if there are any ideas that you have, if your lawyer is not doing the right thing or getting it moving as fast as possible, then it might be time to find somebody else who is better suited to help you, because it really shouldn't take that long. And it might be time to do some kind of a negotiation or mediation, some kind of alternative resolution measures, just so that everybody can put the whole thing to bed. Sorry to hear that you are having that problem, Barbara Grace. Okay. Let's see what else. Leslie asks, is there a reason my question was skipped? Leslie, sometimes Spirit just draws my eyes to a question further down. And I try to answer all of them, but it's just, I'm led by Spirit and I'm half in a trance when I do it. So sometimes I miss a question and then I'll be guided to go back and find it. And if I miss it completely, then it's just the way that Spirit works. People need to come back for the next week. Oh, doo-doo. For some reason, I can't copy the link into the post. Yeah. Don't worry too much about it. Thanks very much. People can just click on my channel name and they can find the links there. Okay, Dave Murphy says, Ava became quite withdrawn. I asked my sister to have a chat. I thought it might be girly stuff, but it was her feeling that I told her, never have I thought that. Oh, she is like Rebecca. Ah, you never thought, you never blamed either of the twins for Rebecca's passing. Well, that's incredible love, Dave. That's incredible love. Incredible and pure, because I'm not sure that I would have been in that space. It is human nature to blame people. No matter what happens, it is in human nature to blame people. And so all you can do is let your sister know where you're at and where Ava is at, and be open with Ava. Just say, maybe do a thing where you go, oh, we're going to celebrate your mom, just because I feel like her love has been around us a lot recently, and let's, I don't know, bake a cake or have a picnic in the garden or something, and then open the door to just do reminiscing about her and talking about her, and just, you just got to be open with Ava. She's sensible. The truth is hurtful, but she will not, she will grow and be a stronger person. And unfortunately, it's not, you can't fix her hurt, but you can let her know that you never blamed her or her brother. And sometimes you have to say it a lot for them to believe it, And also just let them know there's nothing that they can't ask you about their mother, or about your feelings for her, or the whole situation. You just need to keep that door open, reminding them. But thank you for sharing that extra bit. Yeah, and I got a very strong feeling about an aunt. So your sister is going to be the one that can guide Ava more than you can through the situation. And that's just the way it is. I know with my kids, my brother has been fantastic with them. There's certain things that he can guide them through that I just can't, just because of the dynamic. Okie dokie. Elephant Wanderer, hello. Best wishes for the new year, and I hope you have a really good one. You deserve it. Oh, thank you, Elephant Wanderer. I went for a job interview this last week, and I thought it went well, but every job interview, this is like number 7 in 3 years. I thought all the others went well as well, but I really appreciate that you have taken the time to write that, Elephant Wanderer. I've had some very negative and very accusatory energy around me, judgmental energy, belittling energy around me. Not my energy, somebody else trying to bring that energy into my field, and I will not accept that. But, you know, it hurts still. I have the proper boundaries so that it won't dim my light, but you help me keep my light bright when you say stuff like that. So thank you so much. Alrighty. Patty says, hoping you get that job, and sorry your mother-in-law is having a hard time. If you took her home, it would be really hard job. Does your government pay caregiver benefits? Yeah, Patty, I've actually, I've got a support person, because I'm just overwhelmed, and I'm virtually on the verge of a nervous breakdown with all of the different things happening in my life. I'm just really not coping well at all. So I'm not able to handle everything that's been thrown at me at the moment. And I just know that for my own mental health, I can't do everything, and I have to really focus on my work. So I've got this support person who is coming in, and she is actually researching all of that for me. And I don't know, Aussies that have lived in Australia forever, I don't know what kind of support there is for somebody who needs that kind of support. I don't know, because I only got here in 2011, and although I'm a citizen, I don't know about that. I know that there will be some financial contribution, but it's like really paltry if she goes back in her own home. You know, somebody to do cleaning a couple of times a week, and they pay a certain amount towards it, and then she'll have to pay the rest. But I don't know. So wouldn't it be amazing if there was an opportunity that she could go somewhere where people could take care of her? Lucy Nagra, my dad killed himself a few weeks before my 21st birthday, and I have felt so guilty and blame myself for not seeing and helping him. Oh, Lucy. Okay. Anybody who has asked questions after Lucy, I just need to feel the energy into that one, Lucy, and I will read into that. My eye has just been caught by Barbara Grace saying, please set your Amazon up with a proper link. I can't get into it at all. It brings me to the delivery address. Thank you for letting me know that, Barbara Grace. I will fix Amazon on my link tree after this. Just go back to it half an hour after the end of this live, and it'll be fixed. Okay, I am going to read for Lucy, and this is going to be my last read for the day because I have to work, and this is a very, very important read, and it might take a little bit of time. So Lucy, very, very sorry to hear about that. I can't imagine what it must have been like and what you've gone through. I won't pretend to know anything about it. I do know that when in one of my workplaces, somebody who worked with me committed suicide, and I know that the guilt and shame and embarrassment that I felt, not embarrassment, but I felt so guilty that I hadn't noticed that he was in that dark place and that I hadn't saved him. And this was a work colleague that I honestly barely knew. I'd only been working with him for about 4 months, so I cannot begin to imagine the depth of your pain. So, and you know, don't let anybody say to you, oh, well, that's ridiculous. Your feelings are your feelings. Let's see. Truth. Okay. Lucy, this is going to be a direct channel where I'm talking, your father is talking through me in the first person, okay? The truth is, Lucy, there's nothing you could have done to help me. My mind was not in the right place. I was not in my right mind. I needed healing, and I was not able to get it on this earth. But where I am now, I am completely healed. And the truth is, my mind was broken. My mind was broken. Trust yourself, dear Lucy, trust yourself. In how you run your life, and trust that there was nothing you could have done, nothing you could have seen. I didn't know the truth. I didn't know that I really was going to do it until it happened. I didn't know. And so trust me when I tell you, the truth is, I was so broken and I couldn't get healed where I was. And now where I am healed. You would not have had the power to stop what was coming, because even I didn't know, and even I didn't have the power to stop what was coming. Now that I have expanded my viewpoint from the small human mind to the large universal soul, I can see how much I've hurt you, and how much what I did impacts on every single aspect of your life. I can see that, and for that I'm truly, deeply sorry. I wish I'd never started planning what I did. On reflection, now that I'm in a space of higher consciousness, I should never have taken that first step in that planning. When I took that first step, my mind was so broken that I couldn't pull back from that brink. My job was to protect you, and I did the very opposite. And I'm so, so sorry. Looking at you now from this higher consciousness perspective, I failed you as a father. I failed you. Not the other way around, my precious daughter. You didn't fail me. Your job was not to protect me. No, my job was to protect you. And I failed. And I'm so, so sorry. And if I could take it back in a heartbeat, I would take it back. But what's done is done, and I can't undo the past. And neither can you. And it was never your obligation or your duty to see what was coming. And you could not have protected me from this, because even I couldn't protect me from this. And now, my lovely, beautiful, wonderful daughter, I really need you to focus. I need you to focus, and I need you to trust me. I need you to focus on trying. No, not trying. Trying is not the word. I need you to focus on inner peace. Know with all your heart and all your being and all your soul that I am now at peace. What lingers is the slight regret that I have that I didn't protect you. And I say a slight regret because I can't change it. And living in regret is no way to live. My biggest regret is what my actions did to you. But I've managed to come to terms with it, because I know there's nothing that I can do now to change it. And my greatest desire for you is for you to know peace that passes all understanding. For you to have the flexibility of mind and spirit to be grounded. And I know you think of me often, and I know you think of what happened, and I know you think that, oh, if only I had seen what was coming. You can't get peace like that. It will drive you mad. It will drive you mad if you just keep thinking about it. If you keep... There is no blame. If I hold you blameless, then you must too. And look at these two birds flying free here. In that terrible, terrible act, I was freed from suffering and brought to peace. And my regret is that my selfishness left you in a place of lack of peace, in a place of regret, in a place of blaming yourself. But the honest truth is, if I couldn't stop this, you couldn't either. Please, please set up boundaries around your heart and around your mind and around your soul. Trust me. If you've never trusted me in any other thing in your life, trust me now when I say to you, you have no responsibility for what happened. And even if you were able to stop me at that time doing what I did, my mind was so broken I would have found another way another day. It reminds me in relationships, you know, how when people break up and they say, it isn't me, it isn't you, it's me. Please, my daughter, please, Lucy, hear me in your heart and in your soul when I say, it wasn't you, it was me. I was broken and hurt, and I needed the purification. It was the only way that I felt I could be free. Okay, he's still here, Lucy. Catherine back again. I'll channel him again. He wants a little breather. Okay. Let's see. He really wants to talk directly to you, so here we go, Lucy. Focus. Focus, focus, focus. I say again, focus. Or somewhere here. Focus. I say again, focus. Focus on your mind. Don't let my struggles dictate your future. Focus on healing yourself. Focus on healing the wounds that I left in you. It is the greatest shame that a father can ever suffer, knowing that I have caused you unspeakable pain. Please don't let how I died be the way you remember me. I did love you. I did love you truly deeply, and I still do. Oh, you are the center of my universe. What I wouldn't give just to have one more minute with you, to wrap my arms around you, to tell you how much I love you, to tell you I don't want to go, I don't want to leave you. I don't want to leave you, my dear Lucy. I don't want to leave you. The truth is, I made a stupid mistake. One that I deeply, deeply regret. And I'm with you always when you see these orbs, when you see the sunshine. The truth is, no one is to blame but me. The truth is, you are a powerful woman. And it's time for you to focus on you. Truth is, the truth was unmasked within me, and the truth was, I didn't have the power and the strength that I needed, but you have the power and the strength, and I'm so proud of you. I couldn't be prouder. Fertility, I just hope that you grow and grow in strength as a woman. The fertility to move forward in your life, to grow. The fertility represents my wish for you to have a fulfilled and loving life, and not to let my selfish act hold you back from having the most fulfilled life you possibly can. Synergy. I wish I was there to dance with you. Every moment that I've missed being in this body, being in the body with you, I've regretted it every single time. Every single moment, every single celebration you've had, I have been right there with you. I know that my one selfish act completely changed you on the inside. It reformed who you were. It rewrote your DNA. It affected every aspect of you. It affected how you live and how you love, how you see yourself, And most of all, it affected this feeling of gnawing guilt and underlying this guilt. You have guilt where there is no guilt should be. You were not responsible for me, and you could never have changed. Preparation. Once I started to make those preparations and those plans, it was going to happen. Vitality. Now, I'm just stepping out from your dad for a bit. On this other deck at the bottom was this card Vitality, and I thought that it was not part of your dad's message, and so I put the cards down. But now he's brought up this card of Vitality again in the other deck, and whenever you get a message that the cards repeat, that is a very strong message. So let me go back in to see if I can channel him again. He wants you to know something to know about Vitality. My greatest hope for you is vitality, life force, life energy, that you will live your life to the fullest, to enjoyment, and that you will put boundaries in your mind and your heart over this pain, this jagged chasm that I've caused in you, and that you will realize that there's no responsibility that attaches to you. And the thing that would make me the proudest in the whole universe is if you are able to live and have vitality, live life to its absolute full, live life like you've never been hurt, live life like your stupid father never did what he did. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. If I could have taken it back, I would have, but I realized too late. And my greatest hope for you is you will not let how I died determine how you live. You still have your life. I squandered mine, and I hope, my greatest hope, is that you live your life to the full. Don't repeat my mistake of, I'm not saying that you would take your life or anything like that or ever contemplate that, but even if you're living half alive because you have this darkness in you, this darkness that I blossomed in you when I did that terrible deed, that's causing you to only live half a life. And what my greatest hope for you is that your life will be filled with vitality. And I know that there's nothing that I can do to ever remove the hurt and the pain. I know that, and that really hurts me beyond measure. But understand that life comes and life goes, and there's cycles. And I do not believe that I was long for this world anyway. I believe that my passing would have happened in the natural course of time quite soon. And I should have just let things happen the way they were meant to unfold. But the greatest gift that you can give yourself is to free yourself from any guilt or any blame or any shame, because that is not yours to bear. That is mine to bear. Please, let today be a new beginning. Please, progress as much as you can. My greatest desire would be to see you live a long, happy and contented life with friends by your side. And I know, and I'm ashamed, that you need to go through a period of recovery that will last probably your whole life. But my greatest desire is that you learn resilience and you do not feel like you are drowning. Please see the possibility that life brings. I love you always. And I'm so grateful that you're my daughter. And I'm sorry that I didn't show that love by being there for you. You are beautiful beyond measure, inside and out. Please be aware that the ideas that you have in your heart and your soul, or any emotions of blame, those are my emotions to bear, not yours. You could not have changed a thing, although you are strong-willed, and I'm so proud of many things that you have accomplished in this life. This one idea that you could somehow have saved me, it's just not true. It's just not true. I was too far gone, and the only person to blame is me. Oh, and I worry about your mental health. I worry about your mental health. My greatest wish is for you to know to the core of your being that I never have and never would blame you. I'm so grateful to have this opportunity to communicate with you. I hope that your life is an adventure. Oh, and that you're creative, and that you know that I do everything that I can to bring miracles into your life, to bring people into your life that are the right people at the right time. I do everything in my power to influence the circumstances around you, to try and make up in some tiny measure for the dreadful, dreadful thing that I did to you. I remember when you were younger and we used to play together. I miss those times. I miss those times. And I hope that you can remember them fondly too, because I really hope that you will live and remember me in the good times, and not just remember the one stupid, incomprehensible action that I took that I could never take back. And I'm so proud of your strength of character. You have many burdens to bear, but the responsibility for what I did is mine alone. Please have patience with me now that I've passed on, and know that my love for you is greater and stronger than it ever has been. And my greatest and deepest desire is that you would love yourself as much as I do. That you will know abundance in every area of your life. And that in your still, quiet moments, you will be able to activate complete and total forgiveness for yourself. Not that forgiveness is needed. There is nothing to forgive me for, my darling daughter. There's nothing to forgive me, for me to forgive you for. But still, you attach blame to yourself, and that just, I want to say, kills me. Yeah. If I could take away that pain, if there was anything that I could do, I would do it in a heartbeat. But my greatest wish for you is that you live life to the full, with full exuberance and happiness, and understand that if you live in happiness and joy and exuberance, you're not forgetting me, you're not somehow neglecting me, you're not insulting my memory by being happy in the face of this terrible, stupid tragedy that I brought on myself and everybody else. None of that. Indeed, when you live with exuberance and happiness, that lifts my soul, that lifts my joy. And I know that you've had to live with extreme courage for the hurt that I put you through. But your life's future is about growth and transformation and leadership. And I know that you can transform the pain into somehow helping others. And I couldn't be more proud of you. I couldn't be more proud of you. And remember, I am a light being now, and I'm always with you, and I'm always praying over you, and I'm always looking after you. And I just wish I could have done more for you when I was on this earth. And I hope that you're able to transcend the pain that I've caused you. And I know it will never go away. I know that. And that's my responsibility to bear. But my greatest wish and hope for you is that you'll learn to live with it like a scar that's part of your body, part of who you are, part of your makeup, but it doesn't run your life. And know completely and without hesitation that nothing you did or said could have changed the chaos that was in me. Nothing you did or said could have helped me be more stable. I hope that you believe in the magic of life, and I hope that our conversation today can be some kind of a break force for you, and that you can feel my healing life force energy, because that's all I want for you, my dearest daughter. All I want for you is healing and hope and joy. Weaving. You weave your own future. You determine what your future looks like, and I just really hope and pray that you will not let me be the one who holds you back. Oh. I see you from across the rainbow bridge. You are a reflection of me and so many of my qualities, and a reflection of your mother too, and so many of her qualities. I have peace knowing that I do live on in you as part of you. I have peace in knowing what an incredible person you are. And yet at the same time, I will forever regret my actions and what it did to you. You're a child that I created, and if I'd had clarity of thought, I would never have taken the action that I took. And the action that I took does not mean that I did not love you. The action that I took does not mean that there was something about you that caused me to do this thing. My mind was unclear. My mind was broken. It's like when you try to connect to the internet and the internet is down and you can't connect. That's what my mind was like. I couldn't connect to my life. I couldn't connect to you or to any of the people around me. I was broken. And the connection between us was broken in my mind, and that was me. That was my fault. That wasn't your fault at all, and it never will be your fault. The connection was broken. And so, even if you had been there, no matter what action you'd taken, you couldn't have stopped me, because I couldn't even stop myself. And now, here on the other side, I live every moment in the spirit world to bring you hope and help and comfort. I'm as close to you as a person can be. I'm only a breath away. And I'm hoping that in some small measure, the things that I do and the paths that I clear for you and the doors that I open for you and the people that I bring into your life, all the good things that I try and do, I hope that in some tiny small measure that it will make up for me being a bad father, for me failing to protect you when I should have. And I started this conversation talking about protection somewhere further back with protection. Yeah. If you know nothing else in your life, know this. Protection, that was my job. I was supposed to protect you, and I failed. Not you. You didn't fail. Now, where I am, I'm healed, I'm whole, I have the insight, and I can see so clearly my missteps and my misdeeds, and I can't believe what I did. particularly knowing how it affects you. And of course it would. Now I have the insight, but right then I didn't. But know that I am always your protector now, and I will do every single thing in my power to protect you from the other side as much as I can. And I hope that you're able to renew your strength and your soul and your mind, and that you will truly understand that I do love you more than anything. I hope that this communication has brought you some peace and some rest, and I hope that you'll be able to show yourself some grace and let go of the blame that you impose upon yourself. And my truly greatest wish is that you will live in joy, free from self-recrimination, free from self-judgment, free from any regrets. Out of everything in my life, one thing I can tell you for absolute certain: I do not have a single regret about you, Lucy, my dearest daughter. Not one single regret about anything to do with you. My biggest regret is how I ended things. But I can't take it back now. I can't. If I could, I would, but I can't. Please don't live in regret. All I want for you is joy. Joy and love and peace. And I leave with you my final message. This is a crystal card, and the crystal is angel light. I am now your angel. I am now your light on the other side. And the message: find the balance necessary to be an angel on earth. I am an angel on earth, walking beside you in the spirit realm. And I hope that you can find the balance to be an angel to yourself, to be kind to yourself, to be loving to yourself. Sorry is too small a word for what I feel. But my greatest and deepest desire is that you feel that I'm there, right there with you, loving you always. And that you'll be able to release yourself from unwarranted guilt. And that you'll be able to walk in life, and you'll feel free to walk in life in joy. I'm sorry. I failed you as a father. I failed to protect you then, but I am not going to fail to protect you now. I will never leave you. You will never be on your own. You will never be alone. You will never be unprotected. I couldn't protect you then from the hurt, but right now, in spirit, this is my mission and my goal and my purpose: to protect you and the rest of the family, to be the person I should have been, to be the father I should have been. I hope it's not too little too late, and I really, really hope and pray that you will not let the way that I passed, you will not let my selfishness and my broken-mindedness affect everything in your life. I pray that you will release yourself from that guilt, because I do not blame you for one single second. There is no blame to be had. I failed as a father, and I'm going to do my best now for every second to be with you always and to protect you as I should have done. And especially, it was selfish of me. Timing just before your 21st birthday. But I say to you, go beyond your limits by tapping into your emotional strength. And I want to leave one further message with you. Clarity. Banish the fog of illusion. Open your eyes to the truth. Remember the perfection of who you are. And so let me explain. Banish the fog of illusion. The illusion is that you or anybody else could have done anything to change the course of my passing. That is an illusion. Please banish that from your mind. There is nothing that could have been done or said, and you could not have changed the course of my action, because it's like that when the internet goes down, the connection was broken in my brain, and it's only an illusion that you think you might have been able to change the course of my actions, but that is not so. Open your eyes to the truth. Open the eyes to the truth that you are and always have been an incredible daughter, and you did not deserve what I did. You did not deserve to be saddled with that, particularly just before your birthday like that, your very special 21st birthday. You did not deserve any of that. And I say to you, my dearest daughter, Lucy, remember the perfection of who you are. And the perfection of who you are is the light of love. I never doubted for 1 second ever your love for me. You could not have loved me more. And I cannot love you more either. Remember, you are love, and you are loved so very dearly. Okay. No, he's still here. He's still here. Okay, something else. Give me a minute. He wants me just to pull another card. I'm not sure which, so bear with me. Bear with me. My dearest Lucy, I should have been your guardian, but you could not have been mine. You were not aware of what was about to happen, and indeed I was not aware of it either. I didn't know until it happened that I was actually going to follow through with it. And if you had come to see me, it wouldn't have made any difference. My vibration was already lost. If you had seen me, I would not have been able to connect with you in that emotional way. Because, as I said, there was something broken in me. And if you had seen me, I wouldn't have been able to make that connection. Just like when your internet goes down and you can't make that connection. And please know and remember that I know from the bottom of my heart that your intention always is and always has been and always will be pure and grounded in love. I know that your intentions would have been to save me if you could. But the honest truth is, I didn't even know that I needed saving. And now, my dearest, sweetest daughter, please sleep and rest. Rest knowing completely that I see your intentions, I see your heart, and I know without a shadow of a doubt that if you had had any inkling of what was to come, you would have done everything you could have to save me. But I couldn't even save myself. You did do all you could. You were all you could be, and you are all you can be. Nothing you did or didn't do caused this to happen, and nothing you did or didn't do could have stopped it. And now, my dear sweet daughter, I send to you from across the Rainbow Bridge healing. I send to you love and joy and peace and healing. I truly hope the energy of healing that I send to you, not only today in this communication, but every single day, every single hour, every single minute since my passing. My mission and my goal is to send healing to you, your mind, body, and soul, and to every other person in the family. Please remember me in this way. A man who lost his way, a man who was broken and simply who could not reconnect with reality, and a man who now will never tire in his mission of sending you healing energy and protection. You are so very loved, and I love you more than you'll ever know, and I'm beyond proud to be your father. And I'm really sorry that I wasn't a father that you could be proud of, but I can't change that. I can't change that. I can only send to you love and healing energy, and I do that every moment of every day, and it will never ever stop. I hope you sleep well, dear Lucy, and forgive yourself for whatever you think you could have done, because truly you would not have been able to prevent the ultimate outcome. The only thing that either of us can change now is moving forward. To heal each other's hearts. I'm so very proud of you, and I always have been. I will never stop loving you. Wow. Lucy, thank you so much for trusting me to bring your father through. His love was very strong and very pure, very kind, definitely no judgment, no regrets about anything you did or didn't do, definitely regrets about what he did, and regrets as to how that shaped your life, and regrets as to how you now have to bear the emotions that you have to bear. But yeah, he is healed. He is completely healed, and he is horrified at what he did and what he put you through. All right, that was such a powerful message. I'm just going to pull one more card, and I feel Lucy's dad is still with us, and I'm feeling that he's just wanting to give a message to the collective, and this is a message for us all from Lucy's dad. Quest. Be bold, and mighty forces will aid you. Take action. Good luck favors the brave. He's saying be brave in a way that I couldn't be brave. Wow. Be bold and mighty forces will aid you. Take action. Good luck favors the brave. All right, I'm sorry if I didn't have a chance to get to your questions. I will ask you to come back next week and ask the questions. That is the end. Often when I'm reading, there will be a message when I'm getting to the end of the readings, when I'm getting to the end of my energy. There will be a very important message that comes through, and this was today's. I mean, all the messages are important, but this one was particularly urgent for you, Lucy. So thank you for trusting me with that. Sorry for anybody I didn't get to. I will try and do it next time. Please ask your question next week. I'll be doing it again the same time, I think. I'm just having a quick look on the chat. Lucy, I hope you're still with us, and I hope you heard that message. M. Smith says, my father gave me this advice. Master your fears. Don't let your fears master you. You will get the job when the time is right, hopefully the one you went for, and you will get, bless you. Oh, thank you, M. Smith, for sharing your father's wishes, your father's wisdom with us. And I actually think that I did conquer some fears there. So I really am feeling, I'm feeling very positive that I will get the job, but I'm also genuinely feeling that if I don't get it, they don't deserve me. If they don't see my value, they don't deserve me. And I definitely stepped out of that fear. But thank you for that that saying there, M. Smith. I'm going to write that down in my diary, because we all have fears that crop up. Fears and insecurities. Don't let your fears master you. Master your fears. Don't let your fears master you. I like that. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Might not get to read everybody's comments right now. Little Lady D, I was blocked by someone over my freedom of speech after defending theirs for years. So that left a bad taste in my mouth and makes me not want to help defend other people in the future. Sad, really. Yeah, I understand. I know what you're talking about, and you know, I had a person this week accusing me of things that I absolutely did not do. They jumped to conclusions. They decided to think the worst of me. They decided that I had deliberately done something to hurt them. I did do something that ended up hurting them. It was completely inadvertent. I didn't realize it was going to hurt them. I apologized, and I fixed the situation as soon as I could. They decided that I deliberately delayed fixing the situation, which is a complete untruth. The truth of the matter was that I didn't actually see their messages until much later. I needed some information from them to be able to fix the situation. And they said that I deliberately delayed and that I made them provide me with personal information that they didn't want to share in order for me to fix the thing that I'd done. Now, completely false. Completely false. I just didn't see the email in which they sent me the information that I needed to put the thing right. I didn't see it. I have a lot going on in my life. I've got a lot of disabled people that I look after. I just didn't see it. Sometimes I don't read messages every day, and sometimes I only see the email that seems to be the most urgent. Anyway, I didn't see it. As soon as I saw it, I fixed it. So, Little Lady D, I know what you're talking about, where somebody decides that they are going to think the worst of you. And that, to me, I don't understand it, because I'm not that way. I always see the best in people. They're blaming me now about how they feel about what had happened, and saying that I deliberately delayed fixing the thing. I can't control what other people feel and how they react to a thing. Only they can control that. I know my heart is clear, my conscience is clear. I did the very best that I could. Yes, I did something that I didn't realize would hurt them, and they said it hurt them, so sorry for that. But I can't go back in time and undo it. I did the very best I could every single step of the way. I responded as quickly as I could, given my circumstances, my personal things that I've got going on. And you know what? If they're not going to trust me, that's on them. That is not on me. They said I've brought negative energy into their field now because of this whole drama. No. My energy is pure love and light. And if they're choosing to judge me and berate me and hold on to negative energy because they want to be judgmental and blame me, that's their energy. It's not my energy. And they're worried about bad things happening to them now because of this negative thing that happened. Well, my energy is clear, and I can tell you the potential for bad things ended as soon as I realized that there was an issue. Well, I don't think there is any potential in this situation for anything bad to have happened, but even if there was, my energy of love and light will overcome any potential evil or badness or whatever. And so they say that I'm stirring things up now. Blah. No, I'm not stirring anything up. And if they want to continue to judge me, that is on them, not on me. So little Lady D, it is on them, the person who blocked you. That is on them. What you looking for?
Okay.
Cocky. Might be in this bag.
Sorry.
That's all right. Sorry, I'll come back to you in a second, lady. Here you go.
Thanks. I'm just getting a bit.
My son looking for a key. Yeah, so when they decide to block you, that is on them. And I understand that it leaves a bad taste in your mouth. And I mean, I've been absolutely devastated. I cannot remember any time in my life when anybody has been so judgmental of me and has said, you deliberately delayed fixing the issue. I can't understand why you deliberately delayed. I thought he was my friend. I thought he knew me. Anybody who knows me knows that I never, ever, ever deliberately do anything to hurt another person. And I'm sorry, if they want to judge me for that and they want to think that of me, that says everything about them and nothing about me. And so, little Lady D, if this person decided to block you, it says everything about them and nothing about you. And honestly, don't let it affect you. Don't let it pull you down. Because last night I was thinking that I was going to cancel this live and I was going to go off YouTube. I was going to delete my YouTube channel because of the hurt that this person caused me by judging me and continuously accusing me of deliberately hurting them and deliberately delaying doing the thing that I did to try and set it right. That is how much I was hurt, that I was going to delete this channel and never go on YouTube again. But you know what? If I had done that, imagine if I had done that, I wouldn't have been able to channel Lucy Nagra's father today, which I hope has brought us some healing. I wouldn't have been able to bring messages forward for Rose Quartz, Jennifer, Dave Murphy, Karen Coultis, Leslie Hogg, Holly Atkinson, Silver Moon, Patty, Lucy Nagra, The Braff, Irene, Barbara Grace. I wouldn't have been able to do that. But my human instinct, because I was so hurt, really was to shut down this channel and never communicate with people on YouTube again. So I guess there's two lessons there. One is we need to be very careful not to judge others because it can really hurt them. But little Lady D, the person who blocked you, it says everything about them and nothing about you. And I know it leaves a bad taste, and I know it leaves you not wanting to help. But I can say to you, you have the strength to live an exuberant life. And you are more than just one judgmental person. Alrighty, I do need to go because I've got a call coming in. Thank you all for being here. Sending you love and blessings and hope you have a good week.